So in this video, you're gonna see some of the best boot hacks that we're using in 2018. Q&A 23 is here. Jolter, are you ready for it? You've got the questions, I have the questions, he doesn't have his questions yet, but we've also got the answers. So let's just kick it off with football!
Wow, we have never been so out of sync. That was probably the worst intro to a Q&A ever.
I want to show some flashy skills during the game, but in the game, I forget everything about skills, and just the thing which comes to mind is shoot, shoot, shoot. Can you tell me how to fix that problem? Well, yes, we can.
Yes, we can. Thank you.
If you have to overthink everything you do in a football match, you need more practice, because what the really skilled guys do is basically act a lot on instinct. So instead of just having the urge to shoot because you don't know what else to do, if you get used to running with the ball and you feel comfortable with the ball at your feet, it's much more natural for you to actually go at a guy and start doing some skills. So all you need to do is practice.
Basically, you want to get to a level where everything comes automatically. So you don't really have to think at all. It's a weird way to say, but if you know what I'm talking about, you know. If you don't know, it's too late. Does height really matter for a player? Will coaches pick a taller, stronger player over a much more faster and skilled shorter player?
Depends on the position, I would say.
And depends on the coach.
Of course. I mean, if we're talking about Mourinho, he would probably go for the taller, bigger player anywhere in the pitch. Fellaini is a good example.
I don't think height matters, Like you can look at the prime Barcelona with Xavi, Iniesta,
look at
Messi.
Marco Verratti.
Yeah, but like for real, if you're really killing it, your height doesn't matter at all. Obviously, when you're younger and you're growing up, some kids develop faster.
Yes.
So they become more manly and big and
Romelu
hairy.
Lukaku springs to mind.
So some coaches might sacrifice the developing players versus winning some games because they just put the big beasts on who are superstars in the region because they were so much bigger than the others. But once the other players start catching up to their heights, it's over for them. Trust me, I've seen this happen so many times. So in short, no, height doesn't matter. I don't know if it's me that stinks here, but there's a fly bugging me all the time. It might be me.
You might be able to see it on the screen. What is the best method to improving a skill in a limited amount of time? Mainly for people who work long hours or do things like the military. I would say that there is no shortcut. As with anything in life, there's no shortcut to becoming better. It's hard work, it's putting time into something. So no, there is no good way of improving your skill in a short amount of time. It's just hard work and putting in the time. If you really want it, you'll find the time, I promise. And if you can't find the time, well, maybe that just wasn't such a big priority for you. And with those words, we move on to Real Talk. Much better.
I want to start because I have such a great question that I've never really thought about until now. Does Jay play with glasses off?
I had the same one.
What are the preparations to be taken if you're playing without glasses, even if your eyesight is weak?
No, I don't play with glasses. That would be suicide. I play with contacts.
Yes.
Basically, that's if you have glasses and you want to play and you don't want to play, being completely, utterly blind, which would be, like in my case, wear contacts. Seriously.
Will this be Messi and Ronaldo's last World Cup?
The one we saw here?
Well, what do you think?
For Messi, definitely.
I was gonna say, for Messi, it's done. CR7, he's gonna still play for the next World Cup.
Let's see. I think 4 years is a long time.
Yeah, but
he will be like, what, 37, 38?
Yeah, but his body would still be off.
He's gonna be in better shape than I am right now when he's 38.
Yeah.
when he's 70, he's gonna be better. But yeah,
I would seriously think that Ronaldo he's gonna go one last push.
No, he's not done. The Boot Nerd. Hey Unisport, which sport would you play if it wasn't for football, or if it wasn't football related, or football itself? It could be tennis, badminton, etc., etc. Handball? Basketball. Okay.
Basketball, man. I love shooting hoops. Just for fun,
But I mean, okay. If height doesn't matter in football, but it sure as hell matters in basketball, you'll be like a Muggsy Bogues type of guy.
Steve Nash told me that my height is okay.
What about my height, man? It's okay. We've had smaller guys in the NBA. A lot of good players.
You know, if you saw the video, he's not that much taller than me.
That's true. I would probably be like a cyclist. I have a cyclist body, you know, I have big thighs and, you know, I'm skinny and, you know, I basically, you know, I would be a cyclist. I hate cycling. Nah, that's a lie. I have a race and I'm pretty good at cycling.
How can you not be good at it? Like, you know, it's this condition. Like, you know, it's not like you can be good at it. Like, are you good like turning like on the corners?
I'm
like...
so good at turning, man. I'm so good at like riding straight and, you know, turning and, you know, getting off and on the bike and stuff like that. I'm really good at it.
What would you say would be your best form of motivation to play, except for the pure love for it?
To stay in shape or to maintain friendships that I've gotten.
Football for me has always been also a way to get my mind off of anything else.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like for those 2 hours, it's like no matter what you have going on, like you get to be free. It's also to make content. That's also another motivation. Like
it's true.
It's true. In a way, it's work, you know?
Yes. I thought you were gonna say to you know, meet girls. Because the footballers are always popular. And I would bet you that there are some guys out there who actually think, you know, football is the kind of the popular sport, at least in Europe it is. And if you play football and if you're good at it, you're one of the popular guys.
Well, I can tell you one thing. In Finland, if you're a football player, no chick cares. Nobody cares.
It's all about the hockey there, right?
Man.
Oh,
but
man,
if you're a hockey player, you might be getting some.
Wow, okay.
And with those words,
it's time we move on to the boot bag. Let me take the first question here. Hi Unisport, I live in India and I'm 14. Do you really think the expensive football stuff makes you a better football player? I'm not a rich person. I use normal boots of Nivea. Never heard of that brand. So please answer, by the way, love from India. Straight back at you. Expensive football gear. Does it make you a better player? There's a very simple answer to that question, and it is yes.
No. No, obviously not. I think we have covered this so many times. Expensive gear doesn't make you better unless you believe it does. If you go to the pitch like thinking in your mind, oh man, this is not gonna work out because my homie on the other hand is rocking the expensive. Look, I think it was on Free Kicker's channel I saw a cool interview with Zlatan and Konzi. He asked about boots because Zlatan has worn numerous boots during his career and he just said, look man, I don't care which boots I wear.
It's not about the gear, it's all about you.
And even if you play with a bad football boot, it doesn't...
So if I play without the shoes, I'm bad. But it's still the same feet.
Okay, yeah.
So I don't need the football shoes. I just need my thinking, my head, brain, obviously, and my 2 feet. So the shoes is just material.
To me, that's real talk. Like, of course, it needs to feel good so that it's not a distraction.
Yes. So it's all a personal thing. You know, could Ronaldo rock it in a pair of Nike Academy boots? Absolutely, he could.
Yes.
There's no question about it.
Finally getting to the title of the video. What is your favorite boot tip? I like the one where you put your laces inside your boot and hide it under the sock. So, your favorite boot hacks?
My favorite boot hacks that I basically keep coming back to, and if you want to watch a lot of boot hack videos we've done, you can basically click the eye in your screen. Boot hacks are cool. They're nice little ways of like improving the performance or personalizing the performance of your boots. What I usually use is the runner's loop, where you basically give yourself a little bit more of a secure fit in the midfoot and the heel. It basically drags the boot a little bit more close around your heel, giving you a little bit better lockdown that can prevent blisters. There's the hot water trick, where you basically put on a pair of boots.
My absolute favorite boot hack.
That's your favorite boot hack. You do it basically every time you get a pair of boots.
Every time.
There's also the freezer trick. Now, of course, you should be careful because, you know, putting stuff in the freezer and stretching stuff out isn't necessarily always the best thing, but if you really need to stretch a pair of boots, you can basically take a closable, sealable plastic bag, stuff it in the front of the boot, and fill it with water, then slap it in the freezer and wait until the water freezes and expands, stretching the material a little bit. There's also putting a tea bag in your boot. It sounds really weird, but if they smell, the tea bag will actually absorb some of the smell and make them smell nice and fresh again.
You know, after washing your boots or after playing in the rain, put some old newspapers in your boot and change them couple times like during the night.
They just suck the moisture.
Yeah. If your laces are too long, an easy way to do is that you tie the boots on as you want them. You finalize the nut and the finish, like the extra stuff, you cut, you take a lighter, you burn the edges and even put some like tape around it.
So it doesn't rip.
Yeah, and it goes through the
loop.
lace whole loop.
Because that can be a real pain in the ass.
Oh, trust me. You wanna put the tape around.
So basically that's our favorite hacks that we still use continuously. Yeah. Obviously there are so many more, and as I said, you can watch them.
Tons of stupid ones.
Yeah, tons of stupid ones. I've also made a video about stuff you shouldn't do to your boots, so you can also go and check. There's the fly. Yeah. You can also go and check that video if you click the eye in the corner of your screen right now. Now a new question is, does paying extra for laceless boots help? Laceless boots such as X and Predator do come with chrome sole plates, but is it really worth it?
Well, I can tell you one thing, the chrome sole plates don't mean anything. It's just for the looks.
It just looks really cool. It depends on what you want. I mean, if you're looking for a completely clean striking surface on the ball, sure, it helps because it gives you exactly that. But there are other drawbacks, like with everything, there's a pro and there's a con with stuff like this.
The fit is a little bit different in the laceless boots.
The fit is a little bit different.
Because it's not so customizable as, surprisingly enough, we have learned now over the years that, when you have a laceless boot, you don't have so much playing room.
You can't adjust, no.
Yeah.
So the way the boot fits is just the way it's gonna fit, and that's it. And obviously, because you don't have laces to really hold your foot down, well, you're not gonna get the same amount of lockdown in a laceless boot. So it's up to you to decide what you want. If you want that completely one-to-one, free, clean striking surface between your foot and the ball, go for it. It's definitely worth the money, I'd say. And now it's time for the giveaway!
And the winner of today's giveaway is gonna walk home with a new pair of shin pads. Congratulations. Jackson here. Is there any way you can prevent turf stains, the black bits burning onto your cleats?
Don't play on turf.
That's basically it. And I think it's a funny question because there are not really there's nothing you can do.
No.
One thing you can do is get a different colorway. So obviously, the turf stains will show a lot if you have, say, white, yellow, light colorways. If you have a pair of black boots, turf stains are definitely not gonna be so visible. So if you're really worried about the looks, then go for a darker colorway.
Definitely.
Second thing,
if you want to get them off, you can use nail polish remover.
But basically, there's nothing you can do to prevent them, like
not
using them or not playing on turf. But if you want to keep them clean, obviously, after every session, you can clean them up or just get a different colorway from the beginning.
And with that said, we move on to the question of the month. And I have that. What do you think are the best Adidas Puma takedowns? Now, I would say I prefer the X18 takedowns. I like those a lot. The Predator takedowns are also pretty good. For Puma, I like the Future takedowns because they still give you the net fit technology. Getting the net fit technology for the amount of money you have to pay for the takedowns, that's actually pretty solid. So if you're into that, go for the Futures or the Preds or the X's. With that said, we've concluded today's Q&A session, but what you should do now is you should, think of a cool question. And if you write it downstairs, you might be featured in the next Q&A episode. Of course, if you want to go and grab yourself some new fresh gear, like the stuff we talked about in this episode, you can buy everything if you click the link right over there. What you also want to do is go subscribe to our channel with the notifications on, of course, to see all our latest videos.
We have almost 2 million subscribers. The hunt is on.
So help us reach 2 million subscribers. And with that said, guys, we're signing off.